So I guess, looking back, part of my attitude about receiving fanfare. People have called me, I've been called by the outliers in my industry egotistical at some point. And I think from 50,000 feet away, anybody that's questing to be a coach, anybody that's in sales competition, anybody that's in those ranks, if you're trying to get trophies, it can look very like, I get it. Like, I know what that looks like.
You look like you're trying to get trophies.
Well, it looks like you're trying to get trophies. So, but there's a whole athleticism. So for everybody listening right now that are athletes, for every person that has sat on a Sunday and stood up on their couch when the touchdown's occurring, or for that underdog story we saw on ESPN, and then we see that, for that Rudy moment when he runs onto the field that makes you well up, there's the human spirit to that. And so I'm going to say, and not because it's contrived, but because it's the truth, is I am deeply emotional. The tagline for my company is emotional awakening through education. It took me like 5 years to figure that tagline out, but I ended up, and I didn't like it at first because I felt like it was vulnerable and it exposed me. But what I figured out about the truth and authenticity is that there's strength in that. And as I've aged, I've been more willing to show my true colors, and come to find out, I questioned along the way where I was driving from when I wanted those trophies. And it was more about, for me, that human spirit, that thing I was just talking about. I come from an athletic background. I was going to school for sports medicine. I wanted to know how far I could go. I wanted to test my own limits. I definitely in my career have had a bunch of Rudy moments where when I ran onto the field, the entire stadium came to their feet. And when those moments occurred in my life, it was not about me on the field. It was about the power I realized that humans have to buy into the other person's story, and to know that they're coming from a far place, to overcome things, to triumph, that human spirit thing. And so my career, I hope, when I'm old, people will look back on,
Seasoned.
and I now, what?
Seasoned.
Yes. Well, they'll just see.
When you're over the age of 40, because we are. Not old.
Yeah.
Seasoned.
Well, I hope they look back and they see that I drove from a really authentic place.